Alright, we're back with another Nationals prospects video. Today's with Pony. I'm gonna say right out the front, I ripped this from Tam. This is the list that Tam beat my ass with in Des Moines in both events. The first event, it was the first match was very close. We came to game three, but event two he burned hotter than the sun, and I melted. I was Ymir, so of course 23 health. I melt. So yeah, so let's get into the deck. Pony, she's just better Mikasa one. Well, after Mikasa got errated, she's just better Mikasa one. I think she was probably better Mikasa one to begin with because she actually has multiple effects on her that she could defend by either -2 speed plus, or change the zone of the attack to full block, or even clear a block from her card pool. But offensively, this character is just a monster. So let's get into the deck. We know it's a Tam Cardwell deck because it has Lethal Slash in it. Also, David Toombs also is on the Lethal Slash train for Pony as well. I've seen it firsthand, and it's crazy. Like, this thing is very good in Pony. As long as you don't check them. You draw them and play them, they're the best card ever. You check them, they're the worst card ever. 4-2, 1 mid block, 3 high for 4. Fury Weapon, Blitz, draw a card. Response, after this attack resolves, if it was the second or greater card you've played this turn, you just remove it. So it clears for Lunatier, it leaves the card pool, and then which counts for Lunatieras, and then clearing the card pool counts for full counting when we get to it. Wishard, this is really just an action. It's an action. You rarely ever use it for an attack, maybe to finish someone off, but normally this is just you discard it to draw a card when you use Pony. Electric Moth's another discard outlet that draws cards, so you can double up on the Wishards and the Feral Shrieks and the Mikasas and Missions of the world. You're also not a giant, so you don't get to ready it. 4-3, 3 high, for 4, 2 mid. One of the kill cons in the decks, all for 1, full counting, 8% following Roundhouse. That is a mouthful. 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 low block, 3 high for 4. Enhanced, this attack gets +1 speed and 1 damage for each attack cleared from the card pool this turn. Ready 1 foundation that has been committed during this enhanced step and not during the enhanced. Ready 1 foundation that was not committed. That was committed during this enhanced step, but has not been ready during this combat phase. Sorry, I was messing with my dog ace. This, at the end of a turn, could be getting +5, +5, +6, +6, depending on how many cards have cleared your card pool. Shoot style knee smash for difficulty 3 check, 2 mid block, 4 low 4. After this card leaves the card pool during the combat phase, draw a card. So it helps us keep our hand full. Also enhance, if you've discarded a card during the enhanced step, gain 3 health. So we discard a card with Pony, allows us to gain 3 health if needed. We only mix the 25 health character instead of a 22. Another kill con in the deck, Lunatieras, 6 difficulty, 3 check, +3 mid block, 3 mid for 7. Fury, Deadlock, powerful 4, throw. This attack gets -1 difficulty. For each card that has left your card pool this turn, this attack is blocked. Your rival discards half of their momentum rounded up. So it's really a really good momentum hate. Also, I saw Tam play this on a 1, so it was literally on a 2. It was the second card in this card pool when it was on a 2. It was crazy. So yeah, granted, the thing about Pony is though, she only has 2 or 3 attacks that do over 4 damage. So they ping you to death to 4, and then they start hitting you at the hard ones later in the game, later in the turn. Beast Summonings at a 3x, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 3 mid for 5. Lose 4 health. Add 1 copy of Beast Summoning to your hand for your discard pile. The other part I don't think really matters because we only play 1/3 difficulty and sacrifice for the cause. But if we have 2 of these, we just keep clearing 1, bringing 1 in, clearing 1, bringing 1 in, clean. Yeah, it's just we do the infinite loop until we go down to 1 health, and then we just kill them because they're gonna have to take 5 so many times or block every one of them or die. And one of the best attack in the game, Vast Hybrid Chimera Kraken, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 high block, 4 high for 6. Yeah, we get speed when it's in the momentum. That's cool, but we usually clear it, so it doesn't matter. Unless we're poking. Commit and freeze 1 rival foundation, very choice. Commit an asset, even better. That allows us to give some board control a bit in a deck that otherwise doesn't have it. Assets and actions. We have no actions. We got a Genkai's Guidance and an Aries Smiles. This is attack delete, and this says, "Hey man, you got to slow down. You got to build the foundation after I block with it." Moving on. We got 4 life of dangers because we do play 2 checks and we don't want to check them. If we check them, they're 3s, which is a little better than that. We got 4 basic training, 1 damage on response, and if our rival's in deadlock like an idiot, we get 1 speed instead. Man, this card, I'm going to miss this card so much when it rotates in March. Moving on to 1 diffs, we got 4 push the advantage. When we 1/5, 3 mid block flip. After you clear 1 or more cards from your card pool during the combat phase, draw a card. So this allows us to draw cards while we're clearing, keep our hand full, so we can keep the train rolling. 4 copies of Mikasa's Admission, 1/6, 2 mid. Removed after we discard this card during the combat phase. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. This allows us to just push even harder on offense, and allows us to, when we're cycling for cards for defense and gaining counters with Pony on our rival's turn, we get to get some damage some damage negation, which can help our meager 22 health life total. 4 copies of Mother's Embrace, 1/5, 3 low block. Out of the Critical Role decks, response Tenacious flip. After you clear a card from your card pool during the combat phase, ready this card. We clear cards. That's our gimmick. So yeah, we get to ready it for a flip. We got 3 problem solving. This is a really cool tech piece that me and Tam talked about after our games. The air version gets to do this. So we are discarding cards, and so we're allowed to play a little more risky with how deep we go with attack sometimes, just because we're discarding the card. We're discarding this during the enhanced step with Pony, and we get next check to play a card. So even if we do it defensively, we get +1 to our check to block. Plus it's this random stun hate, which is kind of nice. Nedre Chan of the big 3, 1/5, 2 high, destroy, sacrifice a foundation. This attack gets +1 damage. If it's blocked, gain health. Allows us to go a little deeper, and also allows us to stretch our life total out. 4 copies of Feral Shriek, 2/5, 3 high block out of AOT1. Removed. After you discard this card during the combat phase, draw a card. Response. After your rival's combat phase begins, discard a card, draw a card. This is one of those casino cards, is Bing Bong cards, that when we discard with Pony, we actually get to draw 2 cards. We get to stay even in our hand and not go down a card. 3 copies of Aaron's Sidestep, 2/5, 3 high block. Enhanced flips. This attack gets -2 speed. If it's completely blocked, draw a card. It's out of the Challenger deck for AOT1. It's a very good piece. Allows us to keep up our hand on defense. I saw Tam flip this on offense because the rival had to block or they died. So yeah, it was really cool. It was very cheeky. But he had more gas in his hand, but it's a little dangerous sometimes. I think he was playing with his food. Incompatible quirks, 2/5, 3 mid block. Doesn't ready during the ready step, but enhanced commit, it gets this attack gets -2 speed. But the best part of this ability is Tenacious, remove a foundation, ready it. So we can infinitely, as long as we have foundations to pay the cost, we can ready this baby all day. Sacrifice for the cause at 3 copies, 3 difficulty, 3 check, 3 difficulty, 5 check, 3 high block. Enhanced, discard 1 card. This attack gets X damage. X equals the block modifier of the discarded card. So when say we have already used Pony and we're drawing more Wish Hards or more Feral Shrieks, we're able to discard him to this to get an extra damage or 2 or 3, and then draw a card. This is my chance. 1/4, 3 low block, enhanced flip. This is the only attack in your card pool. It gets +2 speed. If it's completely blocked, you may clear it, which counts towards our cool leaving and clearing counters for each of our attacks. This is just allows us to get a free clear off if our rival completely blocks it. Skilled Swordsmanship, 1/5, 2 low block, flip. Your attack with printed difficulty of 4 or less gets 2 speed. For the life, until I read this card when I was playing against Tam, I thought it said printed 4 speed. It just gets 4 speed, not difficulty. I thought it meant its stat was 4, so it gets an extra 2 speed. I don't know. I'm a dummy. I'm a card player. I don't read cards. And then we got Web of Blades. 2/5, 2 high block, unique weapon. Before your attack's block step, if its speed's less than printed, gets +2 speed. And same thing with the damage. If it's before the block step, it gets +2 damage. It's some Burt 2 hate, Rodon hate too, because Rodon likes to dump it under printed to block easier. So this gives it a little bit of wiggle room in the math. Moving on to our sideboard, we got a Cape or No Return. We hate attacks. A, we hate our rival's board, so we're playing Seasoning Advantage. Form, our next attack gets 2 speed. Card pool, after we play an attack, flip a rival foundation, then we build it. Also counts towards Lunacy arrows, which is really sick. An extra problem solving if we need it. This is our Throw Hate. 2/4, 3 low block. Mikasa defeats the female Titan. Flip after you block an attack. The attack deals no damage. Its response speed. It's glorious. Another 2 more Web of Blades because Rodon sucks, and then another Airy Smiles because we don't like people playing like a million attacks on us. So that's the pony deck, guys, from Tam Cardwell, Tam the man himself. We appreciate the list out in the public. I think she's a great character. This character's scares the crap out of me every time I sit across from her because I just assume she's going to draw her entire deck on turn 2 or 3. Because I've seen it. Like, Tam drew his entire deck on turn 2. It was nuts. He drew so many lethal slashes. It was crazy. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, again, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more Nats Prospect videos. And until the next one, take care.